Finish with Flair using layers, textures, and light leaks is our topic today on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, over the weekend, I took my niece, my goddaughter, and my cousin to photograph butterflies. And I have a whole article, which I'll give you guys real soon. You can find it on our Facebook group. So I talked about how to photograph butterflies and birds. All right. But when I got back, I started editing with my cousin and I got really excited because we started using layers, textures, and light leaks along with flares. And that's what I want to show you right now. All right. So here we are. Now, here's the original image straight out of the camera. I did notice that I had the ratio set to 16:9. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I do need to crop it. And I want to crop it to the traditional 2/3 ratio. Got it? And then I do want to flip it. There we go. And I'll bring it in. Normally, I like to photograph where the final outcome. So that was just a mistake on my part, 16:9, because then I can zoom or look into the camera and actually get the dimensions I want. So this was just an added step that I had to do. All right, so here I am. I got this all set. Now, before we go in to the layers, let's just do a real quick enhancement to this. I'm going to use Auto for the raw developer. And look at that. Automatically, it's making the image look really good. But that Enhance AI, oh, that's going to be my best friend. Look at this. I'm going to get it going. I don't need a sky. Look, there we go. So we did a real quick edit just to get it looking the way I want. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more. Good. So now we're at a good starting point. Now that I had that set, let's dive into the layers. Now, these flares, sparklers, light leaks, and then the stardust bokehs, all of these are included inside Luminar Neo. So I'm going to grab one. Let's go with Celebration. Now notice what it's doing. It's going to come in, and here it is at 100% screen. I could change the different overlays, and go from here, but screen usually looks the best for this, and it automatically set it for me. But here's the thing. I don't like the color. I don't want it to contaminate the color that I had. So, because it's on its own layer, I can come in here and I can just desaturate, just get rid of the color and the vibrancy. Look at that. Now the colors are back to being true to where I had them. I do like this faded effect here. Well, if I did it with one, I can apply another, whether flares, sparklers, or light leaks, whatever. I can just keep adding on because they're on individual layers. This is where you experiment and just have fun. So I'm going to come over here, and I got to see which one did I use originally. All right, I'll grab this. You know what? I like this. That's fine. I'll do the same thing. I want to get rid of all the colors. There we go. There, I got rid of the color. But you know what? This one, I'm going to tone down quite a bit. And if there's areas like this right here, my eye is being drawn to this light area. So I can hide this for a moment. Nope, so that's not causing it. Let's see if this one is. Nope. So that's in the actual photo itself. So nope, no worries. I can come back here. And because I can bounce through the different layers, I can just start up. Look at that. Look, I can start applying different effects. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now I brought it down and got this looking where I want it. Mask, brush. And just for that tool, I want to paint the effect in here. I want to leave it alone everywhere else. There we go. So now I'm getting it much closer to what I want. Now let's add a texture. So I'm going to come in here, and with the texture, this is where you have to add it under my images. I'm going to use our good friends Carly. She had these old masters that she did. You can find these on Luminar Marketplace. I'm going to add hers, but here's what I'm going to do. I want to fill it, the entire, or fit it. Nope, stretch it. I'm going to use stretch. So I'm going to stretch it to the entire image. Now I have it set. I am going to take it to 100%. Here's where we experiment with overlays. Ooh, that looks good. You know what? I actually like overlay best. And there we have it. And let me come into color. And I'm going to desaturate just a little bit, but I want to bring up the vibrancy more. So saturation is going to handle all the colors equally in the image. Vibrancy only adjusts the muted of the colors. Now notice I'm only applying it to this layer. All right. Now that I have this set, from here, I did a global change. So this will be great for all the images. But the next step, what I want to do is I want to add a vignette. Well, that's going to be special per image. So at this point is where I would come down and I would save it as a preset. Once I save it as a preset, then I'm going to go into part 2. So let me show you what I mean. So let's just say I save this as a preset. Now I'm going to come in here, select all of the layers, right click, merge the layers. Now this was very important because if I didn't do that, which I'll show you in a moment, if I saved it as a preset, while I merged all those layers, that merged layer is going to appear in every image, and that's not what we want. So notice what I just did. I took all of these layers, merged it, created a new layer, and that layer is right up here. And now I'm going to apply, let's say, our vignette. So I'm going to choose a subject, and let's adjust it. And now what's happening, which is really cool, it's applying it to the entire image. If I didn't do this, and I applied the vignette on the base layer, then it'll only apply to that particular layer, and it's not going to affect all the rest of them. This is where your creativity comes in. You decide. Now, here we go. Before and after. Ready? So now that I have that vignette set, here's before, and here's after. Now, let's save this just as a temporary, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to use the butterfly art as my my preset that I really want to work with. But for now, we'll do this. And I'm going to name this just for now. Get to it. Here we go. I'm going to call this Erase Me. The reason why I'm doing that is I want to get rid of that after we're done with this. All right. There we have it. So now that I saved it, let's go back. So let's say I apply that image. I'm going to do this adjustment, revert to original. So here's the one that we just got done working on, right? I'm going to leave it as is. Now watch this. Because I saved the layer, because I saved it with all the layers, watch what's going to happen. I'm not going to get the results that I want. So if I click, look what it just did. Look, do you see how it did that? Right there. Look what it just did. It included all the layers. So if I save this, or I apply it, look what it did over here. It actually applied that layer. It merged all the other layers. So it's not using the same image. So that's why I didn't save the preset with the vignette and why I didn't save it with the merged layers. So this is orders of operation. So let me do this, adjustment, and revert to original. There we go. Now, let me show you the other one that I did. Oh, sorry, here we go. Preset. And I'm going to get rid of this. Let me show you how to delete this. So if you have a preset that you created that you don't want, just click on the elliptic icon and then click delete. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to use butterfly art. Oh, look at that. Look what it did. Come back into edit. And like we did earlier, I can crop it. And I do want to use a 2/3 ratio. That's what normally would have came out of the camera. And I'm going to flip it. There we go. And right about there. And there we have it. How cool was that? So not only did we create textures or create a really cool preset with light leaks, textures, and flares, but we were able to apply that to all the images. So if I come back here and let's say, I like this image here. Okay, I like this image. What I would do first is, again, I made the mistake of, in my camera, I set it to a 16:9 ratio. So I will have to crop it. Cropping doesn't save in a preset. So I'm going to crop it to, let's do an 8:10. So if I were to make a really nice print of this as an 8:10 print, I got it set. Go to my preset. And there's my butterfly art. I'll hover over it, give it a moment. And once it shows up, there it is. And it's going to apply the settings all the way through. All right. So let me get to it. There we are. And there it is. All right. And then I can always go back. Once I have it all set, at this point, you know what I just realized? I had you zoomed in. I apologize. Oh, there we are. All right. So let me get to the edit. So from here, what I can do is go through all of my images. If I want the same look, the same style attached to all the images themselves, what I can do at this point is just apply it as a batch process to all the images, then quality control. Go back, make my changes, like in this case right here. If we notice, look, this right here is how I created this particular style or look. And off to the left, it shows you right here all of the layers that I used. If I don't like that crop, well, from here, I can still come in because it's non-destructive. I could change the ratio back to the 2/3. There we go. It looks a little more natural. Plus, I can see the textures. There we have it. And actually, let me bring it down just a little bit. Right about there. All right. Now is where the quality control comes in. I do want the vignette. I want the vignette applied to this area here. Dial it back. Here's the kick or the key. I want to go to advance. And let's use a little inner light. Then you decide turning it on and off. Is it making a difference? Yep, look at that. Look how it's drawing attention to the butterfly, and I still have my textures. I still have the light leaks. Look at that. I still have all of that set in place. All right. So there we have it. Those are already built into Luminar Neo, and a lot of people, they forget that they're there. So the next time you're trying to be a little more creative with your shots, try to apply some textures, light leaks, or flares, and keep in mind, you can add your own. You could save them, go back into it, and add your own to create these incredible effects. All right? Hey, I have some exciting news for you. Coming up real soon, Luminar Coffee Break. We're moving from insiders over to Facebook. Luminar Coffee Break has a new link starting in August 6th. Make sure you copy this link because this is how you'll register. And now the neat thing about that is all coffee breaks will be sent to you the day before and then an hour before the event as a reminder if you register. All right. So that's the new link. Make sure you get it down. And if you haven't done it already, let me get to right here. There we are. Luminar, our some coffee break. Like I said, Insiders is moving over to Facebook. So Coffee Break, educational content, and the community will be on Facebook. There is the link right there. All right. Now, if you're here, please stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. And I also have that preset that I just created. I'm going to put that into our chat for the Zoom people that are here. And they're going to stick around for the Ask Me Anything segment. For everyone else, thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you at the next coffee break.